Hello, my name is Nicholas Root. My student number is 12008, and I am the creator of Project Sheep. Project Sheep is a casual mobile game designed for any user that is playing on a tablet, a phablet, a cell phone, Android, iOS device, and is currently looking for a quick gameplay that's fun and enjoyable, but is currently waiting in, say, a train station or bus stop and doesn't have a lot of time to spend on a solid game. The features of the game are you have multiple characters to control. It's very quick and easy to get enjoyment out of the game in 30 seconds or less. It has a wide range of traps, which I'll be talking about further on, and it uses a procedural environment to allow the game to be different every time the user opens the game. Its key selling points are quick to play, replayability because of the environment being procedural, simple controls, and a non-aggressive advertising strategy for hard currency. What the game is about is moving sheep around the world, avoiding obstacles or traps that are attempting to kill the sheep, find food so that the sheep don't die of hunger, and showing off your skills at getting as far as possible without dying. To help the player survive, a panic option is available when a sheep encounters a trap. Each time the panic option is enabled, the player will have a choice of 3 different outcomes to their current situation. 1 to save the player's sheep, 1 to help the player in a different way, and 1 to make the problem a little bit worse. But you never know, it might be better. Game progression throughout the game is done through an increase in types of traps the sheep may encounter and types of food resources being spread out further, as well as an increase in number of traps the further the distance you get. The player will unlock extra skills to help survive for longer by playing the game and getting distance. Here is a prototype demonstration that I created of the game. So it is quite simple to just click and move the sheep around, trying to avoid different traps and getting to food, as the sheep die very quickly. That sheep just ran into a dragon, and that's a rather unfortunate end. As you can see in the top, the distance increases the further the sheep move. For the procedural environment, I went with a tile-based system that uses rich and vibrant colors, as shown here on the color graph, so that the world can change and grow and shift as the player moves around the world. As you can also see on the side here, we have little sheep wandering along. Oh whoops, one ran into a trap. For the style-based environment, I went with a simple but effective shape system where you're using flat color but lots of it in different shades to create a more complex image. As you can see here, I have a concept art for how the game will look on the mobile device. Please can you mute your mic?
So my mic, switch it off, of course, I forgot. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So when sheep encounter different sorts of traps and panic options, they will have interesting booms, pows, zaps, and particle effects with a bit of a cartoon style to them. And this allows for a more interesting and more visual effect while playing the game. For money-making strategies, I have opted for a free-to-play game where the player has the option to buy additional sheep to release in the world to stay alive for longer, have an accelerated unlock rate for different ways of surviving the world with the panic option buttons, as well as gaining additional sheep for free by watching an advert. And this is all optional to the player. They can choose whichever they wish to. To ensure that my game is available to as many users as possible, I have chosen to use applications such as the AppNana site to get initial downloads going through an advertising system, making it possible to link through social media, YouTube, rating the game on the App Store, word of mouth, and in future advertising. That way, while players go through the game, they increase the number of downloads of the application, even if they're just downloading it to get premiums for other games, and I can then get more exposure for my game. Thank you. Any questions?
Not at this stage. I have a few comments, but I don't think you don't necessarily need to record the comments. So you can